What is up, guys? Today we have the Seauto cordless robotic pool cleaner, and this is one of the best value cleaners for the year. So before we get into this review, I want to mention I am not sponsored for this cleaner here. I paid out of pocket for this cleaner here, so I will include features that I like and features that I don't like, if any. I also want to point out that this works for my pool. You see my pool back here? It's a different shape and different size. Every single owner has a different type of pool. My pool isn't the most complicated, but it's also not the most simple as well. This cleaner works in my pool this way, so just keep an open mind, but I hope this review helps. So before we get into details about this Seauto cleaner here, I want to mention that this comes in a number of different brands and a number of different model names. Yes, unfortunately, it's kind of confusing. This has been called the Seauto Seal. It's also called the Crab, and I bet it'll be called a number of different names later on during the year as well. But if you take a look at it physically and it looks the same, it's the same cleaner, it's just a different name, so keep that in mind. So this is Seauto's new cleaner for 2024. This one over here, on the other hand, is last year's model, the Seauto Seal of 2023. And this is a really great valued cleaner for 2023. It had a number of features and it cleaned really well for a really good price. It only cost about $300. But unfortunately for this year, this model is now discontinued. That's why we have this one right here. And in my opinion, it's actually a little downgrade to the older model here, which is unfortunate. It costs a little bit more, and you actually don't get a key feature to this cleaner that you used to get out of the box for this cleaner here. But I'll talk more about that later on. Now, physically, you can see it looks very similar. They have a similar design. It just looks a little more sleek this way. Now, one difference here for the new Seauto version right here is that it is a little bit more expensive. Now it's coming in at about $350 to $400, but that's still a great price considering the cost of everything. It did go up in price, but it's still a really great value here. Now, to confuse you even more, this right here, take a look at this right here. This also looks very similar to the Seauto here. This is the Smonet CR6 here. Visually, it looks almost very similar. This one's in blue, but it also has a gray color that looks very similar to this here. But physically, on the inside and outside, it is the same cleaner, but it's a different brand. The Smonet CR6 here has one extra feature that this Seauto here does not have. And I will tell you about that later on, but I do want to mention the Smonet CR6 right here costs about $50 to $100 more than the Seauto does right here. So aside from the price of this cleaner, what makes this Seauto here a good choice? Well, first, let's talk about it. This cleaner is designed for pools up to 1,614 square feet. It is a completely cordless design, so this means that there is no electrical outlet for you to plug into. It works off of a 7,800 milliamp battery, so it takes roughly about 2.5 hours to charge, which is pretty quick. And it has a full runtime of about 1.5 hours, 90 minutes. So the great thing about that is because it charges so quick, if you need to run it again, if you missed a certain spot, you can just charge it for 2.5 hours and throw it back into the pool. It charges really quick. Now, physically, if you take a look at this here, it's got a cool design. It's more sleeker than it was last year. In terms of weight, it comes in at the same weight, 19.8 pounds here. So it's pretty lightweight. Right over here, you have that really easy to grip handle right there. You've got a little sensor in the front right there. Over here, you have the outlet for water to come out of and the touch control panel right here. This is your charging port right here. You want to pull that up, and that's where your adapter, your plug goes into to charge your actual cleaner. Make sure you close this up every single time before you put it back into the pool. Over here on the sides here, you can see these are track style wheels here, and these are better for steeper pools compared to round wheels, which are better for curved and sloped pools. Let me lift this up right here and show you the bottom of this. It has two sets of scrubbing brushes right here, as well as this thin piece in the kind of center here. More than enough power to knock away debris to be suctioned into the inlet right here. This is where all the debris gets suctioned into. Now, this right here, this is interesting. Same as last year's model, but it has a removable external battery pack on the outside. So if this ever breaks down and you need to replace the battery, then it's really easy because all you have to do is unscrew it from the outside and put the new battery in. It's not inside, so it's less work. So that's awesome. Let me flip this around right here and show you that this is an easy access top loading debris basket. A lot of cleaners in the past are bottom loading. This is an easy access top loading basket. To open this up, there's two latches, one on this side and one over here. All you have to do is pull it, one latch here and the other one right over here, and it releases the lid right over here. And now you have this basket right here, pretty big in size. This is about 3 liters, I'd say, and it is a fine filter. Now, a fine filter here will work for about 90% of pool owners. It will capture large, small, medium-sized debris. Debris like leaves, twigs, sand, rocks, even a little bit of dirt, it'll pick that up. However, if you get a lot of super small, ultra fine particles, if you get a lot of silt in your pool, if you get a lot of sand, a lot of dirt in your pool, if you get that cloudy and milky water algae in your pool, you will need an ultra fine filter. And unfortunately, this one here is not an ultra fine filter. It's not included in the set, and they don't have plans to release an ultra fine filter later on as well. So just keep that in mind. To clean it, it's really easy. Just spray it down with a hose, put it right back inside. You take that top lid right here. I do want to mention, you want to line up these little notches on the side here. You see these clips on the side right here on this lid? You want to line it down inside and make sure it is actually on top all around before you lock it into place. You see that? I have to adjust it quite a bit to make sure it locks down. Now that it's locked into place, all those tabs, then you just go ahead and flip the latches. One on that side and one on that side to lock it into place. You have to line those tabs up each time. So built inside of this cleaner is a smart navigation system with what they call intelligent path planning, and that's basically a preset motion, which means when you turn this on and place it into the pool, it will actually start off and take off and start cleaning the pool immediately. It doesn't take time to map and scan your pool like traditional older smart navigations, which take 10, 20, 30 minutes to start up, where it moves really slowly and starts to scan your pool really slowly. This one here with that path planning will start off in a preset path and start cleaning immediately, and then adjust for obstacles in the way while it's doing that, so no time is wasted. Love these new smart navigation systems here. Now, in addition to this being a really great priced cleaner here, what I do want to mention is that this is designed to be a really simple plug and play type of cleaner, where you charge it, you put it in the pool when you want to use it. Once it's done, you take it out and you charge it and get it ready for the next time. This is a simple plug and play cleaner. The controls are on the physical cleaner itself. You don't have any sort of smart app or anything like that to control it. That's where this excels. That's where this shines as a simple plug and play cleaner. Now, to use this robot is very simple. Right here, you have an on button right here. You push that and you turn it on, it'll light up and it'll actually voice prompt you. Listen.
Welcome to the Seauto Pool Cleaning Robot. I'm ready to work. Now it's all cover mode.
Did you hear that? It says it's in all cover mode. Out of the box here, you have one cleaning mode, and that is all cover mode. Last year, the Seauto Seal of last year, this version right here, last year's model, you had 3 cleaning modes. Now, out of the box for the 2024 edition of this Seauto cleaner here, you only have one mode out of the box. You cannot switch it to a different mode anymore. Now, that is a major bummer for me. That's what gave it better value for last year's model. This model doesn't have the extra cleaning modes to focus only on your floors or the walls of your pool. So that's actually a downgrade in my opinion. But here's what Seauto has done. You have the option to upgrade to those cleaning modes. In the manual itself, there's actually a little section that says that you can download their app, their Unlock Seauto app there. And from there, you can actually unlock the extra cleaning modes on this cleaner itself. Yes, you will have to unlock those modes if you want to use it. And that's not it. You have to pay for that extra feature. You have to pay to unlock the extra modes to this cleaner if you want it. Again, that's a major bummer, a major downgrade compared to last year's model. But again, 2023's version of this cleaner is no longer available for sale, but that's all we have. And in terms of that app itself, I had a very hard time. I could not find the app itself to download to unlock this mode. Basically, on an Android phone and an Apple phone, I looked and I could not find that app. So I contacted Seauto and they said it's not yet released. In the manual, it tells you to go and find this app to unlock the modes. It tells you have to pay for it, but right now at this moment when I'm recording this video, it's not available. You cannot find that app. You cannot unlock modes out of the box here. You will only get one mode out of the box for the Seauto Seal here, so keep that in mind. Now you're thinking, I wish it had those modes out of the box there. And well, I can tell you here that you can. Take a look right here. Remember this right here from early on? The Smonet CR6 right here. This cleaner looks almost identical to the Seauto over here, but it is a different brand and it's a different name. Again, they come in a different number of names and brands. Out of the box here, the Smonet CR6 has those cleaning modes. Yes, you can access those cleaning modes on the physical cleaner itself. Let me turn this on here. Now take a listen at this here. This one also has voice prompts.
Wall only.
You hear that? There's wall only mode,
Floor only.
floor only mode,
All cover mode.
and all cover mode. You get access to all 3 modes on the Smonet CR6 here out of the box. No app necessary to download at all. So if you want those features, get the Smonet CR6. If you don't need the extra cleaning modes, you just want the all cover mode, which works perfectly fine. It'll clean the floors and walls of your pool perfectly fine. It's just that you can't focus on a certain surface. Then the Seauto right here works perfectly fine. Also, I want to mention again, the CR6 right here does cost a little bit more money, $50 to $100 more, depending on what price you get it at. So that's a way to get the cleaning modes out of the box, those extra cleaning modes out of the box here. Now, again, this is a really great plug and play type of cleaner. If you're in the market for a smarter cleaner, if you want more features, if you want to use Wi-Fi, an online app, if you want to be able to get notifications when the cleaner's done, if you want to use a remote control, this cleaner doesn't have any of that. All it is a simple plug and play cleaner, and in general, that's all you really need. But if you want those extra features, you want to look at a different type of cleaner. This is really great, again, as a plug and play value cleaner. Another thing I want to point out is that the app, in my previous experience from the previous models, and even on this model here where it's non-existent, do not depend on the app. The app is terrible. If you're looking to buy this cleaner based off the little small Seauto app that it has, it does not work well. If you're able to even download it, I'm sure that it will fail later on. So do not depend on the app in this case. Remember that this is mainly a plug and play type of cleaner. So I talked a lot about this cleaner here. Let's go ahead and put the Seauto into the pool and I'll show you how well it works. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and put this in the pool. I'll push that voice prompt and listen to that beautiful voice.
Welcome to the Seauto Pool Cleaning Robot. I'm ready to work. Now it's all cover mode.
It's ready to work. Let's place it in the pool. Just gonna drop it in just like this. It'll turn on when it sinks down and get to work.
Okay guys, so the cleaner has turned on now and it's beginning to move right now. It's kind of reversing right now up a wall, but it won't go all the way up backwards. It only goes up if it goes forwards. So it'll go up a wall if it goes forward the other direction. Right now it's backing up, but it should get it out. And let's pay attention to how it moves. Okay guys, so take a look at the cleaner. It actually goes up but falls down right on top of the main drain right here. So when it lands on top of the main drain right here, it's basically on top of it, so it struggles a little to get off the main drain, but eventually it will be able to get off the main drain. So let's just pay attention right here. You can see the wheels are starting to move right now, and it should be able to just push forward and get off that main drain. So let's pay attention. And there it goes right there, able to get off the main drain, so that's nice.
Okay guys, so take a look right here. I have a tanning ledge that goes from all the way over there over here, and it's able to climb up right here over to my tanning ledge right there. So that's awesome. That's about 4.5 feet to my water line right there. Awesome. Look at that active water line scrubbing right there. That's great. Super aggressive, just like the years from before. Alright guys, did you see that? It basically popped the wheelie, and it does this every time it goes forward to give it enough power to go up steep walls. This is my tanning ledge again, and it's able to climb up my tanning ledge right here, and it pops that wheelie so it has more power to go up the tanning ledge. Now, from what I've noticed, sometimes it will decide to climb up all the way to the water line, sometimes it does not. This is that all cover mode. Again, it does not have a feature to focus on just the floors or just the walls unless you download that app, which at the moment is non-existent. You can see it popping that wheelie as it puts all that power into climbing up the wall here. So take a look right here, how it climbs up my tanning ledge right here. And look at that, it makes it over my tanning ledge right here. That's awesome. This tanning shelf right here, is very hard for cleaners to reach, and this cleaner at this price reaches it really well. It even reaches the water line up here as well, so that's awesome. Just look at how aggressive that waterline scrubbing is right there.
Okay guys, so take a look at the Seauto right here. It climbs up my walls. I have 5-foot tall walls and it climbs all the way up here to the water line right there. That's awesome. Now I do want to point out that sometimes it climbs up the wall to the water line, sometimes it doesn't. In this case it made it up the water line, but I've been watching it for a while now. And sometimes it'll go all the way back down and it'll try to climb up the same wall on the same side, but it won't go all the way up. I just can't understand what it's doing here. Here's a really good example of what I'm talking about. Just right before this, it climbed all the way up the water line and I just showed you that. But now it's backing up and it's just going to move a little bit to the side and climb up to the wall right near where it was just before. But pay attention here. It's going straight up and I'm thinking it's going to go up the water line 5 feet tall right here. But take a look right here. It doesn't actually go all the way up. It goes right about here and goes back down. It doesn't scrub the water line right here.
All right, guys, did you see that? It landed right on my main drain right here, right on top of my main drain. And it looks like it's stuck right now, but it's basically trying to spin itself off. I can see that the track on the right is spinning right now. When both of the tracks start to spin, just look at that. It should be able to get itself off. It has enough power to get itself off. There, it got itself off, so that's great. It doesn't get stuck on the main drain and it climbs all the way up here.
Okay guys, so take a look at the Seauto here. I just want to point out that it's able to transition from one wall to the next really easily here, so that's nice. It's able to move over to the next one here. And I do want to talk about that intelligent path planning. If you take a look, you can see it moving in the preset pattern just along the walls, and it does it in a really easy to predict way, so that's great. Now, if you pay attention to the cleaner right here, I have a tanning ledge right here about 4.5 feet tall, and it climbs straight up. This is very steep right here, and it goes over the ledge up to my water line right over here. So that's awesome. It's able to climb my very steep tanning ledge, even though it has just very little surface area up here. So that's great. And I do want to point out that even though it's climbing my tanning ledge, it still moves along that preset pattern, that intelligent path planning. So that's awesome. If you take a look at it right here, there's a little close-up of that aggressive waterline scrubbing it has right there. Just look at it go right there. It's very, very aggressive here. I do want to point out, if you have a vinyl line pull, I will not trust this cleaner on a vinyl line pull because of how aggressive that waterline cleaning is. So keep note of that. You can use it at your own risk, but I don't recommend this for vinyl line pulls. And here's another look at the Seauto climbing my tanning ledge once again. It does a really great job climbing those steep steps. And here it goes, cleaning the tanning ledge right over here.
All right, guys, so take a look at the Seauto right here. It's going straight for my steps right there. Very steep steps here. My first step does well. Second step, it does well. And look at this. This is my tanning ledge right here. Climb all the way up my tanning ledge right there. Awesome. Many cleaners do not. And it makes it up here with no issues at all. That's awesome. And take a look right there.
Now this step right here is very special in my pool. I have two of these in my pool at the top of my tanning ledge, and these are the most shallow steps I have. No cleaner really reaches this, and this cleaner surprisingly actually went over it, and now I'm thinking it's stuck here. Maybe it shut itself off here, but if you pay attention, see what happens. There, it actually turned itself back on, or it was just taking a break. Now it's back on and powered, so it's able to back out of this tight spot here. That's shocking. I thought it had shut itself off, but it's able to move around, so that's great. Again, this is the first ever cleaner to reach this most shallow step right here, not get stuck and able to back out and power back on and just continue cleaning the pool. For being the price that this is, I don't understand how it's able to do this. Awesome.
All right, guys, so cleaner's all done here. Let's go ahead and open up this debris basket. Now remember, my pool was already clean. I keep my pool really clean. Visually, I didn't think there was too much debris in it, But let's go ahead and take a look at the debris basket, see what size debris and type of debris it picked up right here. I'm going to go ahead and open this right here. And wow, just take a look right there. You can already see small pieces there, but take a look on this side right here. Look at all that finer debris right there. I'm actually quite shocked as to the size of this debris right here. Just take a look right here. All the very thin pieces of kind of strands of leaves and hair right there on the side right here. Small pieces of dirt, sand, and rocks right there. So that's awesome. It picks up small debris as well as bigger debris. I just didn't have big debris in this pool. So you guys can see that this Seauto works really well in the pool. It'll clean the floors, walls, and waterline of the pool. If you're in the market for a cordless robotic pool cleaner, if you want a really simple plug-and-play type of cleaner, then these two right here are really good choices. The Seauto Seal right here and the Smonet CR6 right here. Now, which one is right for you? They look almost identical. Well, it comes down to this. If you want extra cleaning modes, you want to be able to focus on just the floors, the walls, and have an all-cover mode, and you're willing to pay an extra $50 to $100 for that, the Smonet CR6 is the better choice. You will get that out of the box. On the other hand, if you want to save a little bit of money, if you just need to cover the entire pool, floors, and walls at the same time with just one mode, you can save yourself $50 to $100 by purchasing the Seal right here. It works just as well. Both of these work exactly the same. Overall, both of these are really great cleaners. Definitely really good choices. Definitely two cleaners here I recommend.
We hope this review helps.